Let's go, let's go. Incredible day, family. Welcome to the Your Perspective Matters podcast. I am your host, Ronald, and this is a personal growth podcast where we focus on having uncomfortable conversations. Why? Because it leads to growth. Now, I realized in this week that one thing that I had to understand with my conversations is a lot of it has been the same. So I want to cater to some specific individuals in this podcast. I want to make sure that the people that I'm talking to, like I want to specify who you are on today, right? So if it's you, I want you to raise your hand. If it's you, I want you to type something in the comments because I truly believe that what I'm about to give you on today can be a framework, it can be a guide, but this is all what? My perspective, right? So it does not have to be true to you. But if you come into alignment with what I'm going to say, it can for sure help you tremendously. So, without further ado, I just want to, okay, cool. Without further ado, I want to speak to these specific individuals, right? There's the person that feels like they're stuck. The person that's frustrated with where they are now. Like you are frustrated, you don't like the current state or situation where you are now. Knowing that you have tremendous value or tremendous amounts of value, understand that you're called to have more. Like, can anybody relate to that? Someone feels like this is just not it. We can't end here. This is not the end all be all. I was called to have more. I have what it takes, but it means nothing. I need you to hear me. It means nothing if you don't have this specific thing. Are you ready? You ready? This thing is what I call belief. It means nothing if you do not believe in yourself. You have to have a certain level of belief in yourself in order for you to move or to do a thing. There's a lot of people that don't like motivation because it's I rather be disciplined or whatever and then motivation. But the fact of the matter is motivation is what is the trigger to getting you to move. I'm pretty sure I've said it on my previous podcast episodes, but I'm a heavy hitter on motivation. I think motivation is up there like we need oxygen. Is up there like we need water, right? We don't want water all the time. We don't want to drink water every single day because it might be a bland taste or just it's not giving you nothing specifically, not giving you no flavor, but it's something that you need to stay hydrated. I think motivation is something that we need to keep moving, right? So I want to help you. I have a few different steps or a few different things that I want to go through, that I want to give you my perspective because I really want to attack the non-believers. I really want to defend the people that don't have or rather want to believe more, but they just can't. And I need you to understand, number one, this is the not number one, but this is an added bonus to it, that you are the problem. You will constantly hear me say this in my episodes because we cannot produce or we cannot grow, we cannot move on from the problem if we don't realize that there is one. So, without further ado, my first note I have is you gotta be aware that you don't believe in yourself. Now I know that's could be a cliche. I know some people is like, oh, that's I need to go to step 2. But the fact of the matter, like what I said, if you're not aware that there is a problem, how are you going to fix the problem? Right? The issue with this is we end up living a fake reality. In this fake reality, We have real emotions and real circumstances, therefore needing a real solution. I need to say that again. In this fake reality, we have real emotions and real circumstances, therefore needing a real solution. There is a saying, the first step to fixing any problem is realizing that you have one. If I don't realize I have a problem, if I don't realize that I have an addiction, if I don't realize that I suck at my finances, if I don't realize that I'm not good with committing in a relationship, then I can't be able to fix it. So I want you to say this. I want you to be honest. Can you be honest with me and say that you are the problem? Specifically your faith, right? You are the problem. Ooh, I felt that in my soul. You are the problem, but specifically your faith is, right? It's okay to be the problem, but as long as you are willing to fix you. If you're not willing to fix you, then we won't ever be able to fix the roots of it, right? Can I go deeper, right? Can I go deeper with number 2, right? The roots of your belief started and was shaped by your childhood experiences. We're going to go back, right? Remember when you were 3 years old. Remember when you were 5. Remember when you were 10 years old, right? What was those experiences like? I get it, right? We don't want to dwell on the past. I understand you want to focus on the future. We don't want to bring up old situations or old demons. We don't want to relive past trauma. I get it. Promise you, I get it. The reality is you got to in order to get through. You got to in order to get through. If I don't focus on facing this situation, then I will discredit what God has for me, which is understanding that I can't play victim when God called me to be the victor. That just, because we sit here and we complain about our circumstances, or we complain about the things that we have or the things that we don't, when the fact of the matter is there is someone that has taken your same circumstances and won with it. They've been victorious in your situation. They've prevailed in your situation. I get that there's some things that you need to go through, or rather you need to heal from, and it's hard. Nobody said that this is going to be easy. But if we learn how to take action, we'll be able to get through it, right? I want you to not, like, let's focus up, right? Do not run from it. Run to it. I think I've said this on another episode, that when it comes to the storm, when it comes to a storm, the safest place is in the eye of it. And when the storm is coming your way, I forgot the type of people, but there's a specific type of people that they run to the storm instead of running away from the storm. Because when you run away from the storm, as fast as you are to run away, it's still going to catch up. It is inevitable that you have to face this situation. It's inevitable that you got to go through the storm. But if you run through the storm, right? This is the storm. This is you. If you run through the storm, eventually it's going to subside. It is not going to be your end all be all. It's not going to be your final destination. It is going to be something that you temporarily have to go through in order to get through. If I can encourage someone today, I need you to know that you got this. I need you to know that you are not alone. I need you to know that you are stronger than you think you are. But we gotta face it. The sooner we are able to face our past, the faster we get to start the healing process. So are failing at, if we're failing at trusting people, if we're failing at trying to lead people, if we're failing at conversation, if we're failing at listening, if we're failing at taking direction, then if we learn to face those issues, we're able to fix them, and the healing process starts in that moment. But if I continuously play denial, oh, I don't have it, it's not that bad, I'm not that type of person, then what happens is I'm going to be in this storm a lot longer. Oh man, I don't want to go there. Let me not go there. Cool. So, therefore, when you start the healing process, therefore, this allows you to reshape your belief. And this is what we need. We need our belief system to be reshaped, because it was shaped by all these different negative circumstances that wasn't good for us. There's some good in it, but because it was just so bad, we dwelled on the negative so much that we didn't see the good that it presented or the good that it left. Sometimes that relationship that you're in, you're sad that you guys broke up, or you're sad that this person cheated, but it built morals. It built standards. So now you have this standard that now no man or no woman can approach you unless if they're on this level. And that allows you to see and reach your partner quicker. But if we dwell and we don't do this, it's going to delay the process. So, number 3, right? We're on number 3. And this is going to be a very interesting one. Number 3 is, along with your past, your current environment drastically affects your faith. So where you are, we understand that we spoke about the first part of our childhood, right? There's some experiences that has shaped how I believe in this moment, how I believe right now as an adult. But I need you to understand what's also affecting that drastically is where you are right now. It doesn't affect it little bit by a little bit. It's drastically affecting how you believe. The people that you're around and all of these different things. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions, right? Question number 1 is, who am I listening to? So we have some friends, and some of us might say, hey, I ain't got no friends, right? But we have some friends or associates that we are around that are not speaking the language of good faith. We got some friends that we are around that we deem as our best friend and our ride or die and our person, right? We got those friends that aren't in alignment with where I'm going, and they just don't speak the language that I need in this season. So we got to separate. I'm sorry, there's some friends that I just got to move away from for this season, and then there's others that I just got to cut off. I'm sorry, but you are speaking death in my life, and I need life to be spoken in my life. We have some family. What family members are you listening to? I know we got some cousins there that like, yo, we've been locked in since we were 2. Since we were at birth. Like, I do everything. We done fought together. We done drink together, party together. We done failed together. We done fought each other. We argued, all the stuff. They're almost like your brother and sister, right? But they're not speaking the language that you need right now. They are not speaking the language in which you are going. They are more of a hindrance They are more of stating, hey, I'd rather you be comfortable than you step out of your comfort zone. And when we stay in our comfort zone, nothing grows there. It's cool to get to a comfortable place, but never to stay there. Never to stay there. Because what happens is when you get comfortable and you stay there, you start to lose momentum, you start to lose focus, and you eventually start to lose everything in which you were trying to gain when you got to that comfortable place. And it feels 10 times worse because I finally get a place to breathe. I finally get to breathe again. I finally get to feel again. I finally get to love again. But I got so comfortable that I was not a good steward of where I'm at. We have even family in terms of parents, and this is a big one. I want you to ask yourself this question: how has my parents influenced my faith? And I've said this on multiple podcasts with my own parents and me stepping into entrepreneurship in the beginning. They didn't believe it. When I started trading, it was nonsense to them. What are you doing? No, you need to get a job. What are you doing? Why are you doing the abnormal? But the God that I serve is not normal. And if the God that I serve is not normal and He's created me to be in the likeness of His image, then that means that I am also not normal. So why should I do average things? Not me. Not me. And I had to make a sacrifice at some point where I had to say, you know what? Mom, Dad, I didn't tell them this, but I had to make this decision. I just can't talk to you in this season. It went from me talking to them every single day to me not talking to them at all. And that hurt. That was a huge sacrifice. Did I love them any less? Absolutely not. But I had to steward my season well, because there were so many people that depended on me to show up. They depended on me to speak life. They depended on me to make sure that I executed the things that I was executing, so it paves the way for them to execute. So I showed up. Then you have, and this gets even deeper, right? When it comes to who am I listening to, is your spouse or the person you're dating. They might, like, what I see in that situation is oftentimes either the business owner or the entrepreneur is in relationship with the person that only is cool with working the regular 9 to 5. Not even a career, but the 9 to 5. The job that they hate. Hey, I must work this job and get money so that way I can make ends meet, so I can pay my bills. And then this person that's the entrepreneur or business owner believes in themselves so much that they're saying, hey, we can have so much more. But you gotta risk. You gotta risk. You gotta invest in yourself. And then that's where the complication comes into. And when they both don't see the eye to eye, then one starts to be more influential than the other. Either the entrepreneur becomes more influential and instills more belief within the person that only wants to do the job, or the person that only wants to do the job instills that, hey, for the entrepreneur, you're losing all this money. I need you to just run to safety. I need you to have a safety net. Oh, man. Am I talking to somebody today? Because what? I've been there in multiple situations in my life. That's why, like me, I am a person that I don't necessarily have to date someone that is an entrepreneur, but has to understand entrepreneurship. And I'm pretty sure I would definitely get you to believe in yourself so much. I'm almost 100% sure I would get you to believe in yourself so much that you'll start something entrepreneurial wise. You'll start a side business, which will eventually would be an actual business for yourself, and you can still work if that's what you choose to do. But the whole focus is to not make the job a have to. It's a I just want to. Hey, I want to work at Starbucks, but I'm building my business in fashion. Hey, I want to work at wherever. I want to be the manager at this firm or at this company or whatever. But I'm still running my nail business, or I'm still running my clothing brand. I'm still running whatever business that you feel, right? And this get deeper, this get more influential because now you have people like your mentors, your teachers, and your bosses that it's almost like you have to listen to them. But just because they are one of those three does not mean that they are in alignment with where you are going. Like somebody said, when it comes to therapy and finding a therapist is like dating in relationships. You gotta date around and you gotta find out who is right for you. You can't just go and just because you pay them, you're gonna stick with them. And no, you could be in therapy and it's just non-effective for you. I believe therapy is very effective, although it depends on who you're listening to. The second question is, what am I around? Now, this is going to speak volume because it talks about where you go on an often basis. The places that I go. If I'm only going to work and back home, and I don't get fed faith-wise at home, or I don't get fed faith at my workplace, then that means that my faith is never growing. My faith will be at a standstill, or it will die. But if I go to a place where if my home is not being fed faith-wise, but I go out to a place like church, and it doesn't have to be church, but this is the quickest example, church, or even a conference of people that are in agreement with going to a specific destination or wanting more for their life, then there's going to be something that's going to stir my faith up. For me specifically, it was network marketing. When I got into network marketing, I don't do it anymore, or rather at the moment, but when I got into network marketing, or when I first started, I was dating somebody, and I only did it on her behalf. Hey, if she's going to do it, I'm going to do it. Cool. I got into the company, and we went to the conference, and I'm listening to these people, and I just couldn't. It's like when you hear something, you cannot unhear it anymore. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you're in high emotions with this person and they say I love you, you can't unhear that. It's over. It's like, you love me? Oh yeah. I'm locking in with that. I don't care how many times you said I like you or I'm interested. What weighs the most is I love you. And I've been waiting for that. For me, in that moment, I didn't realize I was waiting for someone to say that they made more money than most people's salaries in a month. Many of us is going to think that is not doable. That is impossible. It's rare to be a millionaire, or it's rare to make that amount, or it's never going to happen. It's only for white people, and all these extra crazy nonsense of things. When the fact of the matter is, you hold on to what's true to you. What did it say? Oops. Your perspective matters. So I gotta view it differently. Those places has helped shape my life, has helped shape my belief. What are the places that I continuously go to? Am I just going to the club? If I go to the club, guess what? I'm going to be, they're going to hype me up maybe on my outfit, or I just might compare myself. I might be there in comparison and say, you know what? I'm going to this club and I don't even think I should be here because everybody looks good and I look terrible. You start talking down on yourself because of the places that you're at, which puts your faith down because you don't believe you can get to that standard. Oh, everybody got on Gucci and Prada and all the extra, and I just got on Old Navy. Man, what places are you going to? The other thing, when it comes to what am I around, is the opportunities I accept. The opportunities I accept. That will drastically shape your belief. What are things that someone is laying out in front of me that I'm saying yes to? Some opportunities could be relationships. Some opportunities could be jobs. Some opportunities could be extended learning or some sort of education system. Some opportunities could just be some events, some quick day events, or even some conferences. What opportunities am I accepting that's shaping my belief? The third question, and we're going to move on. The third question is, what am I saying daily about myself? If this don't speak to nobody today, this right here gots to. What am I saying daily about myself? There's so many people that they're not affirming themselves. There's another word for it. I have it written down somewhere in my notes. I believe it was in a Bible study or something like that. It was somewhere, but it's in my notes somewhere. But it's a word that's opposite of affirmations, where it's the opposite of being able to affirm yourself to do something. Instead of you affirming yourself that you can do it, you are like you're it's like you're unaffirming. Like you're telling yourself the opposite. It's unfortunate that that's what we're doing. Instead of us speaking life into ourselves, we're speaking death. Instead of motivating ourselves, we are demotivating ourselves. Instead of pushing ourselves into purpose or pushing ourselves into promise, we are comfortable being bound, being stuck where we are at. Oh, this is not good enough. Oh, this is not me. Oh, this is too big. Or this is way too much. Or I can't handle this. That's your daily language. Woo-wee. That's your daily language. And many people that I speak to on a daily basis, one of the answers or one of the major fixes to their success is what they are speaking daily. Because what you speak that comes out of your mouth is planted into your reality. This is so good. What is your daily language like, family? How do I describe myself? That right there has stumped me for years. Because I have people telling me all these good things all the time. And it was hard for me to say I'm a leader. It was hard for me to say it's different season now. I'm in a whole is in these last couple of years, it's light work. But before, like years ago, was hard for me to accept that I was consistent in good areas. It's one thing to be consistent in bad areas and do things that aren't conducive or helpful to my life, but I have been consistent. I do have what it takes. I am capable. I am worthy of leading people. Ooh, that was it. I am worthy of leading people. I am a great man. I am a great companion. Like, you ever been in a relationship with somebody and this person just kept doing you wrong? And you start to think, am I the problem? You start speaking down on yourself like, I'm just not up to their standards. I'm not able to do this or do, and it's like, no, that's not it, sweetheart. Because the fact of the matter is, they don't deserve you. And that was one of the hardest realities that I had to face. Something I had to tell myself back then, this person just don't deserve me. And it might be just a seasonal thing where they don't deserve a person like me, which I pray that that's what it was. But overall, in that moment, in that relationship, it did more damage to me than it helped me. So understand that all these questions reveals what and who has high influence over your life. All of this is influence. It's going to influence your faith. Be intentional with all you are allowing around you. You have to safeguard your presence. You cannot allow any and everything to be around you. Your presence is a present. It is a gift. You want to wrap it up. You want to make sure it looks all good. But before you wrap it up, it has to be something that is monumental. It has to be a beautiful thing. So you put that gift inside the box, and then you put the wrapping and all the gift paper and all the extra. Some people, you might spray a little something before you hand them the box. And it's a presentation. Your presence is a presence that you have to have the proper presentation for when giving it. Right? What you allow into your life shows itself in your life. And this is going to happen in multiple areas of your life. And I'm going to get there soon as far as what those specific areas are. But what you allow into your life shows up in your life. Number 4, right? Number 4 is sell your fear. We spent so much of our, so much of our wisdom dollars, our knowledge dollars, our personal development dollars on buying fear. It is crazy. When you buy the fear, what happens is whoever you bought it from, they taught you how to use it. For some of us, maybe we've bought fear from our parents. For some of us, maybe we've bought fear from our spouse. For some of us, maybe we've bought fear from the traumatic person that has physically, mentally, spiritually harmed us. But I want you to return that, because that was not a gift. I like to say I return to sender. You can keep that. We about to return this package because it is not mine. And what you learned, we have to understand that whatever we learn, we can unlearn. If fear is what you've learned, then guess what? We can unlearn fear. We got to unlearn the things that we were taught, because many of those things leaves you paralyzed and bound. Jeez, do you want to still be stuck? Do you want to still be stagnant? Do you want to still like feel like this, like you just can't, I can't move? Nah, you want to be free. So I want to free you. I pray and I speak life into this so much that I speak that you are able to be free after this conversation. You will be free after this recording. You will be free after this video. One of the most expensive things that we spend our money on is perfectionism. Mm. Mm. Who did you buy that from? My question to you is, who said you gotta be perfect? There's no. it's a fakeness, right? I bet you $1,000,000. Hear me with this. I bet you $1,000,000 that the person you bought that ideology from isn't the perfect example. The person you bought perfectionism from, being perfect, is the very person that's showing you the complete opposite. Complete opposite. They probably are super fearful, or they probably are focused on being perfect and is failing drastically. They consistently fail, get it wrong, and lack major belief within themselves. So my question to you is, why are you listening to it? Perfection is not real. It is fake. Right? It is fake. Number 5, and we're going to close out, right? Number 5 is is self-perception. What's your point of view on yourself? What's your POV? What's your POV? How do you see yourself? The angle in which you see yourself builds a brand that the world trusts. And if the world trusts, they're going to buy it. It's a product that they may be willing to buy, unfortunately. So if I sell them doubt, if I say, hey, I'm doubting myself, if I show them I'm doubting myself, then that idea people will buy from you. And you won't see people come to you because you lack the confidence. You're doubting yourself. Like, think about dating, like women, right? Women, think about you dating a man that is not confident in himself. Is that attractive to you? Absolutely not. Absolutely. If he's consistently doubting himself, oh no, you're not worth. There was a guy. This is crazy, right? We was on. I was watching the Pop the Balloon, and there was a guy. It was this lady. It was a lineup of men, right? And they were trying to date the women, the woman. And when she came out, it was one guy that popped this balloon. And she was talking and telling her where she's from and all the extra. And when I tell you, she looked gorgeous. And this dude had so much, he lacked so much confidence. He doubted himself so much that he popped this balloon. So then they go over to him and they say, hey, why did you pop your balloon? He said, let me tell you, you are too expensive for me. Because she looked so, he said, you look so gorgeous. Your feet is freshly done. Your outfit is outfitting. The makeup is makeuping. The body is bodying. Yeah, you too expensive. I need to work 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jobs. What? No confidence, people. That is unattractive. And she had to say, okay, all right. Because she got 9 other people. Why am I wasting my time on you? You doubting yourself. You done missed out. You could have been the one. What if I thought you were attractive? What if I just thought that you were the one, but because you opened your mouth and you said, you revealed that you were doubting yourself, you missed out on the opportunity. So now, and here's the second part, if you say you're not qualified, the opportunities will pass you by that you're qualified for. And say that again. If you say you're not qualified, then opportunities will pass you by that you're qualified for. And it's because you're speaking it. Remember, we were talking about affirmations. Are you affirming yourself? This helps you to believe better. Your non-belief affects the decisions in relationships. I don't think I've ever been in a place where I didn't believe in myself. I thank my mom for forcing me to go to church, because that instilled faith in me from a very young age, even when I didn't understand it. Even when I didn't understand what faith was. My faith was being developed. And I'm so grateful because that showed up in all of my relationships. Every person I've dated, their faith has gotten stronger because my faith was already strong. Or my faith continued to be strong, rather. Personal development. That's what this is about. We developing in these streets, man. We developing in these streets. Right? So it showed up in how I made decisions in my relationships or companionships. It's going to show up, your non-belief is going to show up in your career or business. Okay. There's some of us that are going after our business, but we don't even believe in ourselves. And that's what's holding us back. Because we just don't believe. There's some of us that took the chance and said, hey, I'm a singer. I'm going to go after singing. But then circumstances happened. And then I just fall to the wayside. Because you really just didn't believe. You don't have a strong enough belief that no matter what comes your way, you're going to get this done. You're going to be successful. Non-belief also affects your decisions in what you create and what you produce. So you will be creating and producing things that are on a shaky foundation. Things that have no value. Things that people don't trust, therefore will not buy. All of this is called self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage anymore. And I find this in so many, it's crazy. I find this in so many people, specifically women that I've dated, that they self-sabotage things. It's just, oh man. Like, it is yours. Why are we giving it up? You are already promised this. Why are you stating that you're not capable of having it? There's some of us that we've worked our behind off to get to this place or to be this person, to have this type of relationship. And then we say, it is not for me. God looking at you like, shut up. Smacking you upside your head. Like, you need to wake up. Because I got this for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. So wake up, right? So I'm going to end it on these 5 points. Point number 1 is change what you are saying about yourself daily. It's the daily conversation. It's the affirmations. What are you affirming? What are the words that I'm holding on to? Because those modes, what's her name? Sarah Jake said it best. Words are like molds. What are the thing? What is that mold that's shaping your life? What is that mold that you fit into? Mm, mm, mm. What is that mold? Ooh, what are the molds that you're choosing to fit into? Number two, stop comparing and start creating. I think what builds confidence, what builds belief is doing a thing. If you just started, you ain't gotta be perfect. You don't gotta, even with the podcast, this is exhibit A, right? When you look at my podcast from the beginning, my thumbnails was garbage. Garbage. My mic, well, I didn't even have a mic. I used my phone and a tripod. That was it. I didn't have the mixer and all of the other stuff that I got now. Whew, man. Let me tell you, and I created the podcast this way. I did it this way with the least amount of things in the beginning because I wanted to show people the progression. I wanted to show people that you don't have to look aesthetically pleasing, because most people are so aesthetically pleasing, focus on spending all this money, but don't even know how to create a title. They don't even have 10 topics. They don't know what their niche is. They don't know what the main focus is. So then you're spending all of this money for what? One thing that I hated growing up was me when I was on a basketball court. I hated seeing a person that dressed up with all the basketball gear, the headband, the sleeve, the freaking leg sleeve, the long Nike socks, the nice sneakers, the name brand shorts, but they trash. Like, yo. I hated that. I'm like, what are you trying to prove, bro? Like, come on, man. You making this too easy. I played some people, especially, and don't do it where you trash and you play me 1-on-1. Oh, it's going to, you're not scoring at all. I promise you, you're not. You're not gonna get the ball back at all. I will not let you, because now I'm gonna prove this point that your clothes does not determine your performance. What you portrayed does not. Ooh, it does something to your faith. He might have had some faith that he can be a baller, but the faith is just the first part. I don't even think he really had enough faith, because he was probably. What we do is we mask our non-belief with other things to make it look like we believe when we really don't. Reinvent. Number 3 is reinvent your environment. You need to be intentional with what you are around and who you are around, right? The people you're listening to, the places you go, and what you say to yourself daily. Even more so, and I didn't even say this in here, is what you see. What you see. Ooh, this is so important to fixate your eyes on what you need to see. Number 4 is stay where you are celebrated, not tolerated. I heard this years ago in network marketing, and that's one of the things that stuck with me. Because there's so many times you can go into a room, you can go into relationships, you can go into opportunities, and people just tolerate you. I don't need to be here. Especially relationship-wise. If you gotta tolerate me, I'm good on it. I'm good on it. Let me save both of us the trouble. I'm out. Deuces. Deuces time too. Like, I'm out of here, right? Stay where you are celebrated, not tolerated. And last but not least, I need you to lean in, right? I need you to come closer because this is going to be very important. If you don't get nothing else, number 5 is the most important. Your belief will save someone's life. The way you believe is directly correlated with the life of the next person. So steward your faith well. Develop that faith. Circumcise that faith. Cut off some things that don't need to be there. Reinvent your environment. So that way we can be able to have a faith that can allow us to move, that can allow us to produce, that can allow us to lead, that can allow us to be and become the best version of who we need to be. Thank you for listening to this episode. This was a powerful episode. I appreciate you for joining this call, joining this live, joining this 48th episode. If you haven't already, I need you to stop dating me and I need you to marry me, right? I want you to click that like button. I want you to subscribe on the podcast. The podcast wants to be married to you because there is so much things that we are saying. We are growing and we are developing each and every episode. Why? Because one thing that I understand that shapes our growth is our perspective. I want you to say it with me. Your perspective matters. I'll see you on the next episode.